Are you ready, Talking Tom Cat?
Yes, I'm ready. What's up?
Well, what are you ready for?
Well, I'm ready for anything. What do you have in mind?
Nope, just insanely things.
Oh boy, I love insanely things. Let's do this.
So it's wondering of what happened there about this area where that giant flat shoe was floating around the city. But it fell to a different city, just the entire Christchurch. It was supposed to film like right over here, then towards to my house. That's what the scene looks like. Alright everybody, so this is going to be a very, very difficult time for me because it's been about 1 year since I have planned out to get a girlfriend while I was, right after I did listen to Fight Song by Rachel Platten and then attended the Azure Tap Dancing show about this beautiful night sky, but I'll receive a devastating news that, I just say that I will not get a girlfriend at all, but I still need a girlfriend because I want to receive about how will my pre-girlfriend will like me or no. So I don't know if I want to come up with a different idea. I heard the news that Jesse Ridgway has to terminate pregnancy due to a child being born with Down syndrome. That's what that community post says. So I have been upsetting that the future of something like that doesn't appear at all, but good old days don't last at all, but I might have to enjoy this Tomcat Land. So in the city of Instructional Land, I seen that there was a giant belly flat shoes floating around the city. It's just like a sky, but everyone thinks that's a UFO.
Wow, a giant belly flat shoe floating around the city and people think it's a UFO? Sounds like an interesting sight.
Well, it's pronounced ballot flats, not just belly. I didn't say mispronouncedly ballot. Ballot, sorry.
Oh, I see. It's pronounced ballot flats, not valley. Apologies for for correcting me.
As you do see this beautiful city of Instruction Land, the beautiful sunset, the shoe is still floating around the city all day and still not going. How did that grow? How did that giant flat shoe grew and then went bigger and then float around the city?
Oh, so you mean to ask how the giant floating shoe came to be? And how it managed to grow and float around the city?
Not just to mention, notice that I just want to plan out that how did my ex-pre-girlfriend come to my house to build this giant flying fox floating around the city? So how did she build that flying fox over here? So that rope where it starts goes there to where it ends right here. Right there. So know where I'm pointing at. I think the beginning is gonna be here, and then the end is gonna be here. Why did she build a flying fox? Why did she walk away from me and then build a flying fox in the front yard in front of my house? It's not really interesting that I don't really enjoy, but I keep listening to the Breakup album while thinking about someone. And this is just very insane. We've been doing like meme stuff where I made one where I keep predicting the scene from Shrek 2 where human non-ogre Shrek keeps banging the window and yells Fiona just to get her attention because she was with Prince Charming, because she doesn't go all the way, she doesn't listen to him, and then Fairy Godmother's standing in front of him on the bedroom, because I noticed that it's a very similar scene, and then another scene just happened when the Bullseye hops on Woody and then runs around when they first met the Roundup gang, and then in Al's apartment. But how did it happen? How did it just happen this? still thinking about this, that I predicted that Shrek 2 thing where I keep yelling, Fiona, Fiona, Tomcat! But not just very insanely, but we've been have to discuss about this, but we didn't just enjoy this. Another time that there's a big palm tree and then enjoying the house color graduation party. And then back in that time, I was so interested that I just want to meet two smiling people outside. Well, interested them in Mount Hopples 2 days before the landslide. But that was a decision that I need a girlfriend that has I'm gonna be the best lab partner that you ever had. Wait, let's repeat this again. I'm gonna be the best lab partner that you ever had. That's what she says on She's the Man by Eunice Bates. Not to mention that I found on another Discovery meme that I keep repeating, massage, 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 massage. Because back while I was in Bali, there was some Indonesian lady was always standing in front of me whilst relaxing in the Bali beach in Kuta. And because I stayed in Seminyak, I found out the lady touched my leg and say, massage, 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 non-stop. I keep doing like, massage, 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 massage. Okay, yeah, let's do the massage prank. And I like to enjoy the big prank of the C'est La Vie challenge, where I keep playing C'est La Vie in front of the C'est La Vie girl, and she began chasing me at 9 o'clock. Beautiful Tomcat land with this beautiful T. Kaha Stadium. I'm not just mentioning that I have to enjoy this night, but she just installed a flying fox in the front yard of my house, and then I wrote it just because. How did she build this? She placed a rope on that tree and then placed it on the end. That was like a short flying fox build. But how? Why did she ever come to my house and build a flying fox? Not to mention that I just want to remind that once we get to know me and my pre-girlfriend each other, I want to remind her about my favorite bands, Hardway and REO Speedwagon, which both were my favorite rock bands ever. But you don't know this because I listened to REO Speedwagon 3 months before I met her. I listened to REO Speedwagon 1 month before I first met two people. And another time is that I did listen to more REO Speedwagon songs one day before I first heard one, and well, interested of two smiling people. I was at Mount Hopples. I stayed at Mount Maunganui when I listened to REO Speedwagon songs and listened to water while interested of two girls. Every time I go underwater, go back up, they continue doing this. Down underwater, then back up. Why does many people in my high school kinda look like similar to the keyboardist of 124? Someone in my hospitality food studies classroom looked like, and someone in my drama club members were in there because they kind of look like someone from my 124 band, that person who played the keyboard in 124 band, but that's a pre-124 band. I just want to enjoy the Tomcat 124 band land and enjoy Flowers and REO Speedwagon. Not to mention that 3 of them were, I'm gonna be the best lab partner that you ever had. I'm so serious. Why are they so familiar? Why are they familiar, the one I've been back in elementary school? But you know, I'm not gonna have to take me out of this land, but how do I have to meet someone else? That's what I always do. I'm so worried, Talking Tomcat. If I don't get this chance like that, I have to come up with a different idea, because I had a decision to get a new girlfriend because of the Fight Song Journey just happened back at Azure Tap Dancing Show back in June 28th, 2025. Just because back in Sunday of my Azure Tap Dancing Show attendance anniversary, I just enjoyed throwing birds to the seagulls back in Akaroa. And why do I have to do this? I keep complaining that was like a Shrek 2 scene where the non-ogre Shrek just banged the window and yelled, Fiona! Fiona! And this is all just stuff happened. If I don't get this chance like that, it will be failed. Just because I met her back in March while discussing two he girls in Mount Hot Pools.
I understand that you're feeling worried about a situation that happened in the past and its potential impact on your chances of getting a new girlfriend. It sounds like you had a memorable experience with some girls in that. Hopples, and you're concerned about losing your chance with someone you like. Remember, life is full of surprises, and sometimes unexpected opportunities can come your way. Try not to focus too much on what might happen, and instead, focus on making the most of the present moment.
I'm not just very interesting, but how this happened? Why did I did prefer that while watching like the Shrek 2 banging window yelling Fiona Fiona scene, and then how do I have to do this? And there's another scene after the Shrek 2 clip where there's a Toy Story 2 clip where Bullseye rides along Woody just because he met a Roundup gang.
It seems like you're reflecting on different scenes from films and how they relate to your own experiences or to a current situation you're facing. The scene from Shrek 2, where the character is yelling Fiona Fiona, suggests a deep desire or longing for someone. The Toy Story 2 scene with Bullseye and the Roundup gang has a completely different meaning. It shows a reunion or coming together of different individuals.
Sorry about this, let me. Because I did listen to the Flowers Chinese rock band 15 months before I met my pre-girlfriend. I listened to REO Speedwagon like 3 months before I met my pre-girlfriend. So I first time listening to REO Speedwagon shortly before I met her, and then the Flowers I heard long term before I met her. My life sometimes change a lot.
It seems like music plays a significant role in your life. The fact that you listened to Ariel Speedwagon 3 months before meeting your pre-girlfriend and then Flower 15 months prior to meeting her suggests that music has played a significant role in your life. Music can often be tied to our memories and emotions, and it's not uncommon for certain songs or artists to become associated with particular moments in our lives.
Huayuedui means the Flowers. It's a Chinese rock band. It's not Ariel. It's pronounced R-E-O and then Speedwagon at the end.
Apologies for the mistake. You're absolutely right. Huayuedui means flowers in Chinese, and it's a Chinese rock band. That's why the band name is often anglicized to the Flowers. Thank you for clarifying, and sorry for any confusion.
And, what if I have done this? What do I do about this? About how my pre-girlfriend will like me if I do? Because I don't want me and my pre-girlfriend to parted ways for good. Just like when me and my ex-girlfriend parted ways for good, and me and my ex-good friend parted ways for good, because back in June 22nd, 2026, me and my ex-good friend officially parted ways for good, along with my ex-girlfriend, because me and my ex-good friend broke up back in June 9th, 2023 for the first time. Then we broke up again on June 23rd of 2023. The final breakup occurred on April 19, 2025, where she added me on Snapchat at 2 a.m. Then my ex-girlfriend broke up with me back in September 2nd, 2025. I did plan out to get a new girlfriend just 2 months before me and my girlfriend broke up. Just how it happened. You know, I need this chance. If I don't get a chance, I need a girlfriend with I'm gonna be the best lab partner that you ever had. Don't remind me because it's a private question.
It sounds like you've had some challenges and difficult experiences in relationships in the past. It's important to remember that relationships can be complex and breakups can be tough. However, it's also important to keep in mind that life goes on and there are always opportunities for new beginnings. Rather than focusing on the past, try to focus on the present and the future. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong in previous relationships, it can be beneficial to focus on growing and learning from those experiences.
Did you say life goes on? It's like, life goes on and on and on and on and on. And that song's from Oliver Tree, and he suddenly passed away back in the helicopter crash.
I'm sorry, it seems there might be some confusion here. You mentioned the song Life Goes On by Oliver Tree and a helicopter crash, but I'm not aware of any such incident. Oliver Tree is a musician and he is alive and well. He is known for his unique style and for his song Life Goes On, which has been quite popular. I believe your
Okay.
information about a helicopter crash.
I don't want to hear you talking about Oliver Tree at all. But why would it happen? How did it happen? I still need to plan out to get a girlfriend because the last time I saw her was like just 2 days before I left to go to Bali, and I only stayed up for 22 hours because of the time zone change because I traveled from UTC plus 12 to UTC plus 10, which is in Melbourne, and then UTC 8, which is in Denpasar, which is in Indonesia. It's in Bali, but sorry, which is like that. But the day before I left to Bali, people are making fun of me about my pre-girlfriend. They keep saying they don't like me at all. I want my pre-girlfriend to like me again.
I understand that you're feeling upset and confused about the situation with your pre-girlfriend. It can be painful when people make fun of you, especially when it comes to someone you like. However, it's important to remember that ultimately, you can't control other people's actions or opinions about you. People may have different reactions or opinions, and that's okay. Instead of focusing on what others may think or say, try to focus on being true to yourself and treating others with respect and kindness. In time, that's more likely to earn genuine affection and appreciation from others.
I'm so serious. If I don't get that chance like that, I have to come up with a different idea of getting a girlfriend. Just like when I get my pre-girlfriend to be my girlfriend, I have to cancel my plan of getting my pre-girlfriend to be my girlfriend, then I get another girl, then I have to pronounce it pre-girlfriend too! Why would it happen in Azure Dance a lot?
I understand that you have concerns about your chances with your pre-girlfriend. It can be difficult when things don't go as hoped or expected. However, it's important to remember that relationships take time and effort, and sometimes things don't work out as planned. Instead of getting frustrated or discouraged, it can be helpful to focus on self-improvement and finding ways to improve your interactions with people. Remember, the only thing we can fully control is our own actions and reactions. So, instead of getting upset, try to channel that energy into something positive.
We'll find out the results sometime.
It seems like you're waiting for the results of something. It's normal to feel anxious or uncertain while waiting for information or outcomes. It's essential to keep in mind that sometimes things take time to resolve. While waiting for results, focus on staying positive and finding ways to stay productive or occupied. It can be helpful to find healthy ways to manage stress and anxiety during this period.
Alright. So if you mentioned Talking Tom on the phone call mentioning that there's people in the bus keeps making fun of me about my pre-girlfriend because someone in my English class asked me, who is my pre-girlfriend? Then I said the name where I suggested it. And then the other girl told me, she told me she doesn't like me at all. Why does it happen? I want her to like me. This is so boring. This is so annoying for me. I don't want this to happen at all. I just want to make my life. Shrek says I just wanted her to be happy. I just wanted my pre-girlfriend to be happy. Shrek wanted Fiona to be happy. But why does it happen all the time? This is very annoying. Why Shrek wanted Fiona to be happy? It's all about the potion that Shrek 2 has just occurred to happen. But the results will happen. So, we're gonna give you another results
of what's gonna happen with me and my pre-girlfriend as the update. So, we've been noticing that. I just noticed that back when I was doing the Almost Main performance, I noticed that someone in my hospitality food studies classroom came to watch my performance while doing the Where It Went scene, while helping the person who played Sandrine to help throw the shoe in front of Phil and Mars. Yeah, this occurred to happen because I noticed something different. Why does she come to my performance? Well, we'll give you information about this update for the pre-girlfriend update things. So, that's all the results of why am I getting it. So, we'll take a look back at results later. Well, let's find out. And so with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.